Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we were getting some few ingredients to make some acheke, so come with me. Let's go ahead. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I decided to cook you guys another African themed dish, and this one is called acheke. So we have all the basic ingredients for acheke. So this is some red snapper and some Kroger fish. This is some plantain, and acheke is not acheke if it does not have plantain with it. This is some basic salad. This is our acheke seasoning blend that we're going to be using for the fish and other things. Then this is all our vegetables: tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, cucumbers, all that. And we also have some chili flakes right here. So this is our attiéké itself. It is made from yams and ground cassava, and it has a lot of protein or carbohydrate. And if you want to get this, you can't get it from Walmart, Target, all those other stuff. You must go to your nearest African shop if you want to get this. So yeah, this is what we're gonna be using as our attiéké. So to make our acheke, we're gonna pour it into this bowl. Then we're gonna sprinkle it with some water. We're gonna mix that in, make sure everything is coated in it. Then after that, we're gonna add some oil just a little on top. Then we're gonna add one of our Maggi seasoning on top of the thing. Mix that in. Then we're gonna microwave it for about 7 to 5 minutes. So this is the African Maggi cube. We usually use this in a bunch of other seasonings like rice, fish, all that other stuff. This can be found at your local African supermarket. It's made with a bunch of different spices. It's very, very flavorful. You guys really need to try this for my non-African viewers. Okay, so now to season your fish, we're going to be using some salt. If you're ever cooking fish, I always recommend you to use salt to give it that nice flaky flavor. Now once that we put the oil on it, we're going to massage it in with the salt and everything. And don't put too much salt because you don't want your fish to be too salty. Now that everything is marinated into the fish, we're going to be taking some of our homemade seasoning and rubbing it in between all the little cracks and all the little holes. So let's begin. Always cover both of the sides. Make sure both of them are evenly coated with the seasoning. Our fish is marinated with our fine African homemade seasoning. And remember, stay tuned. I'll tell you the recipe to this seasoning later on. And now that it's all marinated, we can go ahead and move on to the plantain. We're going to be frying the plantain inside the oil. Make sure everything is nice and crispy. And like I said, acheke is not acheke if it doesn't have plantain with it. So now let's go ahead and start that. We're going to be frying our plantain. Now you're going to want to fry your plantain for about 1 or 2 minutes. Make sure everything is nice and brown, just like this plantain right here. This is the perfect type of brown you want it, golden brown. Everything is nice and perfectly fried. And make sure nothing is burned. While you're frying your plantain, you want to make sure you twist every single one of the plantain. Make sure nothing is overcooked, overburned, or anything. You got to keep tossing and turning them. Make sure nothing stays in one place so that nothing gets burned or anything. And then you're going to have the perfect plantain for your attiéké. Okay, so now our plantain is a perfect golden brown. And remember, like I said, you're going to want to keep tossing and turning them. Make sure nothing stays in one place so it doesn't get burned. And now I'm pretty sure we can start taking them out now. And make sure none of the oil stays inside the plantain. You don't want oily plantain because that never tastes good. And I recommend putting a napkin in your bowl when you're taking it out. Just like this. So that the napkin absorbs all the oil inside the plantain, doing all the work for you. Now we can just take them out like this. Now you can see how golden brown and perfect these plantains are. This is exactly how you want it. And it's gonna be nice, soft, and squishy. Perfect, just the right temperature for your acheke. Now that our plantain is already fried, we could go ahead and move on to the fish. We're going to be frying the fish nice and slow. And same technique with the plantain. Make sure nothing stays in one place so that nothing gets burned. So now that you're frying your fish, you're gonna unlike the plantain, you're gonna want to let this sit. Make sure each side is getting cooked evenly, and you're gonna want to cook it on each side for 6 to 5 minutes, depending on what fish you have. Right now we have our Kroger and red snapper, so it's gonna be very, very tender. So it's gonna be faster to cook. So maybe 5 or 4 minutes on each side. You can see all the seasonings getting infused inside the fish, really sticking together, infusing the fish with that beautiful African homemade seasoning. I just love it. And me personally, I find it very satisfying watching fish fry, listening to the bubbles, popping it, all that. This is just so satisfying. Cooking acheke is a great experience for new people who aren't African. I really recommend this dish. Very satisfying, very healthy, has a lot of protein, and it's very, very, very delicious. Now you can see that our fish is getting cooked. Now we can start flipping them. You can see how tender the fish is already. It's just beautiful. Now that our fish is golden brown, as you can see, perfectly fried, we can go ahead and start, make sure no oil is on there, then we can go ahead and take it out of the oil. You can see how juicy, how tender this fish is. You can even see all the seasonings on it. So beautiful. And like I said, this recipe is very, very easy. I really recommend it for my non-African viewers. It's very satisfying. To be cutting our bell peppers, onions, tomatoes, cucumbers, all that stuff into cubes, because that's exactly how I like it. I personally feel like it's more flavorful that way. All the juices just burst inside your mouth. Exactly how I want it. Now that all our bell peppers are done, we're going to go ahead and move on to the onions. Now that we finished dicing our onions, we can move on to the acheke. As you can see, it is dry right now, but you don't have to worry. All you have to do is add a little bit of water, sprinkle it all over, just like that. Mix it in, and you might need more. You're gonna want to make sure everything is hydrated, nothing is too, thick, dry, because that is not acheke. Now after you mix it in, you're gonna want to add some oil. Then you're gonna want to give that a mix too. Then now you're gonna open one of your Maggi seasonings. And this Maggi seasoning is going to be adding the flavor that the acheke is missing, because acheke doesn't really have flavor. It's like white rice. Now, after everything is mixed in with the acheke, you could go ahead, put it back in the microwave for about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to be adding oil to our pan, and we're gonna let that oil heat up. Then we're going to be adding the onions, our bell peppers, all of that, so we can make our gravy and some of our homemade African seasoning. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add all our vegetables. Then now we're going to be adding some of our homemade African seasoning. Give that a mix. And then this is going to be our gravy. Very, very simple. Only takes like a few seconds to make. Now, as you can see, our gravy is cooking nicely. Now let me taste test it a little bit to see if it's missing any seasoning. It's good, but I think it needs more of this homemade African seasoning. Only going to be adding a little bit since this seasoning is very, very strong. Now that our parsley is chopped up, we're going to be adding it to our vegetable blend. Now, to make our sauce for the fish, it's very, very simple. All we have to do, a little bit of some lemon juice to give it that sourness. And some of our red peppers. This is our sauce for the fish. We're going to mix it all in right now. And yes, the sauce is going to be very sour. That's perfect. That's exactly how you want your fish sauce. Nice, sour, and flavorful. You got one. Yeah. Food is ready. We're going to start plating it, and as you can see, our acheke is very, very soft. This is exactly how you want your acheke. It's very seasoned, and it's not dry, so it's not hard to swallow. It will pass down your throat easily, and it's gonna be very, very flavorful. Okay, so now we have all of our vegetables, tomatoes, cucumber, our African homemade seasoning blend. This is very, very useful for everyday cooking, fish, chicken, anything you can think of. And we have our sauce for the fish right here. Nice, sour, and the spicy chili red peppers. It gives it that nice spicy kick it's missing. Then we have our gravy for the acheke itself. We have our salad. I don't know if you guys like salad inside your acheke, but personally, I do. And now we have the main part, the plantains. And like I said, for the 5th time, acheke is not acheke if it does not have plantains in it. And you can see how nice, soft these plantains are. Perfect golden brown. And we also have the fish itself, the red snapper, the Kroger fish, fried to perfection. Usually I use normal mayonnaise, but today I decided to step up and try the Japanese mayonnaise because I've been seeing it all over the internet. So I decided to step up, try it, and see how well it goes with the acheke. So bismillah, let's begin our plating. Now that our acheke is on the plate, we can go ahead and start putting the toppings, starting with the fish. Ooh, I can already hear the crunchiness from the fish already. Now we're going to add some salad, just a little bit on the side. And that should be enough. Now we can add some of our plantains, the best part of acheke. We're gonna be putting it on the side over there. Now we can start adding the sauces. Now we're going to be adding some of our gravy to the acheke. I'm gonna put that right in the center. Gonna be putting a few cucumbers over here. Then tomatoes with the salad. Now, alhamdulillah, our plate is ready. So let's go ahead and add some mayo. Now our plate is done. And when you're eating acheke, always have an extra Maggi cube lying on the side right here. Ask any African, acheke, you must eat it with an extra Maggi cube on the side right over there. But aside from that, our plate is ready. This is the finishing product. This is the beautiful acheke plate that I made for myself. So go ahead, take a bite. Bismillah. Ooh, you can already hear the crunchiness of the fish. So perfect. And we're taking some of these vegetables, some of the tomato. You can even see all the juices spewing out of the fish. This is so perfect. Nice soft plantain. And eat that along with the acheke. Now, this is the ultimate bite. Bismillah. This acheke is the bomb. You guys really have to try out this recipe. And acheke was always one of my favorite dishes growing up. I always used to request my mom to make it for me as a kid. And now I'm here today making it for myself. And I want to inspire you guys to make this dish as well. So delicious. Bite number 2. And you guys always make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below your opinion on this recipe. Tell me if you missed any steps, if you want me to remake it again, and I'll let you know if I can. So, Assalamu alaikum.